Hey guys, I thought it was time to give a bit of an update on New Zealand. As you guys have heard me mention in the past, I've run into a few problems with the save and the city and all sorts of different things, so I thought let's jump in the game live. We'll have a fly around, I can show you guys exactly what I'm dealing with, and we'll have a bit of a chat at the same time. So in the meantime, I hope you enjoy these handful of shots that I've put together, and I'm going to make a couple of cinematic videos from New Zealand in the near future as well, a couple of car rides and maybe a city overview and things like that. So guys, if you've got any suggestions in regards to videos that I could do, or maybe ones you'd like to see, chuck a comment down in the comment section to this video, or just give a thumbs up to a suggestion that you like so that I can tell which ones are the preferable ones. There's heaps of cool spots to show off in the city, and maybe we can find a unique way to show it off, you know. So anyway, let's jump into the game live and we can have a look at exactly what I'm dealing with in there, and prepare yourselves because the frame rate's pretty crappy and all the rest of it. But yeah, let's have a look. Alright guys, well here we are in game, and I'll start over here at the golf course where we pretty much are up to at the moment in the New Zealand series, and at the moment looks really good. Looks nice with the view. Always love coming back into New Zealand, it's always so nice. But you are going to see some of the problems that we're running into very shortly. So I haven't got the loadout adjuster on at the moment, which you know, makes the loadout of all the trees and stuff longer and all the decals so you can see them from further away, because pretty much if I hit that it just goes into a standstill. I get like 3 frame rates per second, which is crazy slow. Like, I'm used to dealing with under 10, but 3 is like another level. Some of these buildings are destroyed, I'm not sure why. I'll probably have to get back in and fix those. But anyway, you can see that a lot of the city is still looking pretty good, and at the moment I'm still getting a fairly decent frame rate. If I zoom in, it changes a little wee bit, gets a little bit stuttery, but there is a lot of detail here. But something's happened with the surface painter, and this is why I don't use it, because I've loaded back in and all the areas I've had painted with concrete are pretty much gone. So I do try and use slabs, but there is the odd spot here and there where I use the brush. See, all of this here is brushed obviously because that's normally all concrete, so I'll have to go through and use the concrete brush or the slabs to fix all of that. But our main problems in the city are sort of down here, and you'll see when we get there. So this is our number one problem. And I've had this happen before and it sort of fixes itself, or I go through my mods and one way or another I find out what's going on. But this whole block here of terrain has raised right up to the maximum height, because I can see some of my props way up here in the air and the rest of it is just clipping. And yeah, I don't know how to fix this, I'll be honest. It's very perplexing, and I'm so deep in this save now that it's very tedious going through the mods and trying to pick out one by one what's going on. So that's our number one problem in the city. And our number 2 problem is, I've had this for a while but it's gotten worse. You can see this black line thing over here. I don't even know what it is. I know where it comes from and I've tried deleting it and it hasn't worked, and this used to just pop up and go away very quickly, but these days it hangs around a bit and I hate it and I don't know how to get rid of it. And like I say, I'm too deep in. You know, I can get rid of one mod and it might fix something, but it sort of breaks something else. But basically that line is coming from over here. You can see that it's sort of funky down here as well, and I believe it comes from a node around here somewhere, and you can see it disappears if I get it on the right angle, and it used to do that really easy, but now it sort of hangs around. So let's move it and let's see if we can delete the node. So you can clearly see There's something there. Yeah, it's a node that we've got selected. So if we delete that with mover, it gets rid of the terrain, but not this funkiness that we still have here, which is stink. And it's right out here by our hydro dam as well. So yeah, it's pretty crap really, but it's just one of the other things that I've got to deal with. And like I say, I find the mod that might be causing it or whatever it might be and fix that, and then it's sort of something else happens. So, and on top of this, I'm also on the prop limit in New Zealand, so I'm not really too sure where to go from here, to be honest. I've built myself into a bit of a wall here because I've just gone so hard on the mods and the detailing within the city on such a large scale. Yeah, I've really played my hand much too early. So there's a couple of different ways we can go about this. And yeah, I thought I would jump in here and show you guys where we're at with the city. And you can see as we get in here, it really starts to get laggy. In and around here is always the laggiest part. Oh my god, look at the people. It's crazy. Ah, it looks so nice. It looks so nice. I don't know, guys, I don't really have too much confidence to carry on building in here because I spend hours and hours and hours building an area the size of what you can see on camera here. And, you know, if it's going to be broken the next time I come in, you know, or that's going to be the last thing that I can build in the city because of the limits that I'm hitting, then it really sucks the motivation out. And I'm desperate to start another series that's more traditional, like New Zealand, but maybe not New Zealand. And this has taught me a lot. So maybe I could cut my detailing down quite a bit. Well, not maybe, I'm going to have to. There's no doubt about it, you know. And if I'm going to do areas this detailed, then I'm just going to have to settle on a smaller scaled city to begin with, because New Zealand, as you can see here, has gotten quite large, and it used to go all out over here as well, but I've deleted these suburbs to give me more breathing room with the prop limit. But that's only gotten me a little way. So there was also, all of this was houses in here as well where this funkiness is going on, and I've deleted those in the meantime until I can sort that. And over here's, this is where I had plans to continue, and we were going to do like a motor camp down here with batches and stuff like that, which is a bit of a Kiwi staple. And the plan was to build this right up along here, all the way up here to an international airport that I was going to put in here. And you can see the scale for this, it was going to be huge. I wanted it all out over here and around here, and really just following the contours of all this land. But I'm not even halfway, and I'm already hitting these limits. So, you know, obviously I've set my heights, or my bar, far too high with the city for the type of detailing that I'm going for. So unless I sort of commit to going back and deleting a whole lot of the props and detail from these areas and just settling for them being very basic so that I can carry on, I don't really have too much option, and I'd prefer not to do that, to be honest. I would prefer to just leave the city as it is, because I'd like to do a cinematic, you know, and do justice to potentially the end of the series. And I want to keep all of the props and all of the detail that you guys have seen me put down over the last few months. I want to keep it there, because it's all for nothing if we get rid of it, you know. So as far as I'm concerned, I think this series is coming to an end here, guys, because of these issues. And all it's going to mean is it gives me the opportunity to start again and do something better, you know, to do it better, to not run into these problems. So I'll probably look to do a cinematic or a couple of cinematics. over the next few months that really do the end of the series justice, and then from there I'll look to start a new series. So that is probably going to be that, guys, for New Zealand. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the ride, because I have loved building this, and I hate seeing this. I hate it. But there's not much that I can do about it. Like I say, I fix this, something else happens. I've seen this happen right here over downtown before, and it's absolutely heartbreaking and alarming, and yeah, it's just a series of emotions when it happens. But yeah, guys, I can't wait to hear from you guys and see what you think, and let me know in the comments.